Hi there, thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to the You Revolution. My name is Paddy Venner, and please do subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to get hold of me for any private coaching, I do offer private coaching sessions for all ages. Please do get hold of me through the website, and the details of that will be on your screen. I want to talk to you today about the concept that what you put out in life comes back at you. And that is a reality that I see. I live that every day. I see it in other people's lives all the time. Life, I believe, has a boomerang effect to it. What you put out there is going to come around back at you. What goes around comes around. And that is just how it works. If you put out stinginess, it's going to come back at you. You're not going to get generosity coming back at you. If you put out nastiness and meanness, it's going to come back at you. Likewise, if you put out kindness, gentleness, generosity, those things do come back to you. And so sometimes we might evaluate our own lives and say, what are the things that are going on in my life? And how can I change that cycle? Can I put something out there? Can I be the one that starts something different? The Buddhists will call it karma. I call it the principle of sowing and reaping. And before you reap a harvest, you have to get the seeds sown first. You're not going to reap anything until you've first sown something. So I suppose it's a little bit like paying it forward, isn't it? You do something nice, and it might take a while, but these things start to accumulate, and I believe that there is an effect that can be had in your life. If you're going to sit back and you're going to wait for people to be nice to you, you're actually going to wait for something to happen. You might be waiting a very long time. If you're the one that's willing to take the initiative and actually step out and say, I'm going to change other people's day today. I'm going to smile. I'm going to be nice to people. And you'll be surprised what can come back at you. I remember standing in a shop one day, and I was listening to a lady behind me, and she was just complaining about everything in the shop. I turned around and looked at her, and she had the face of somebody that had slept sucking lemons. And she was in the same shop as me, working with the same staff as me. I found the staff there very courteous and very kind, because that's how I spoke to them. I spoke to them courteously and kindly. And this lady was just standing there complaining, saying what a rude bunch of staff the shop had, and what terrible people were. And she was even pointing at certain staff members and saying, that one's horrible and that one's the worst. And I thought, wow, how about actually changing your tone and changing your attitude, and maybe you'll find that people are kinder back to you. Sometimes we're the one that's got to actually start it. And so why don't you start a trend today? Why don't you smile at somebody? Why don't you be kind to somebody? Why don't you help somebody in an act of random kindness? Because if not today, then when? And if not you, then who? What you put out is going to come back at you. I'll see you again soon.